ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. ಹೌದು. Welcome, students of first year VKIT. So today I will be explaining you now about the scholarship, whatever is available by the central government as well as state government. What are the various schemes that are available, and where you have to go to upload the data. So I'll be telling you about that. So I'll just share that screen and I'll explain. Ayyo, connect. Correct ಆಗಿರೋ time ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ರು. So you have to go to this National Scholarship Portal, that is scholarships.gov.in. So when you go to this scholarships.gov.in, or you can just go to Google, type it as NSP Scholarship. So you'll get it as the National Scholarship Portal home. That is scholarship. When you click on that, you will enter into their website, National Scholarship Portal. It is under the Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology, Government of India. So here you have to register first, and then you have to log in. Then if you go to the home, you'll get this page where it shows what are the schemes that are available. Central schemes, UGC, AICTE schemes, and state government schemes. And on this left corner, you'll see the latest update. So whenever some scheme is going to be open, so they are going to put in the scroll. When is the last date? What is that? They'll be putting it over here. And if you have got any doubts, you can call to this help desk, or you can send a mail to this help desk. Now, next is about NSP. One minute, just open. So this National Scholarship Portal is one-stop solution through which various schemes starting from student application reception, processing, sanction and dispersion of various scholarships to students are enabled. So National Scholarship Portal is taken as mission mode project under the National E-Governance Plan. So the vision of NSP is one-stop solution through which various services starting from student application, application receipt, processing, sanction and dispersal of various scholarships to students are enabled. So the initiative aims at providing a simple, mission-oriented, accountable, responsive and transparent smart system for faster and efficient disposal of scholarship application and delivery of funds directly into the beneficiary accounts without any leakages. So that is their vision. And what are the benefits? So when we look to the benefits, simple process for the students. So for you, for the students, it is very easy to enter the data into the portal compared to the previous years. Now the portal is where they made it very simple. So all scholarships information available under one umbrella. So whatever scholarships are there, it is coming under one umbrella. That is all the central government, state government, all these various scholarships comes under the single portal. So single integrated application for all scholarships. Then what is the improved transparency they have done now? System suggests the schemes for which a student is eligible. So the eligible criteria, everything is given clearly in the portal. Duplication can be reduced to the maximum extent and helps in standardization, master data for institutions and courses at all India level. Scholarships processing then serves as a decision support system for ministers and departments as up-to-date information will be available on demand. So whenever you want any information, they will give you the information. Then comprehensive MIS system to facilitate monitoring every stage of scholarship disbursing from student registration till they give you the fund. Until then, complete details will be available in your portal. So you can go to the next tab. It is where they will give you the NSP user manual. So how you have to use the portal, complete user manual is been given. So you can go through that. Then what are the schemes? Eligibility of the schemes is given. Then list of ministry coordination. Who are the coordinators? Their names will be there. Then scheme-wise state nodal officers. So who are the nodal officers? Complete detail will be given. Like Bihar, nodal officer of CAPFS, Assam, Department of Empowerment of Powers with the Disabilities, Higher Education, Labor and Employment, then school education and literacy. So like that you can contact, all the details will be there. But to do that, you should know what is your Aisha code. That one, once you are going to apply the scholarship, you can contact me or you can contact Sunita madam in office scholarship section, where she will guide you how you have to upload the applications. Then you can search about the nodal officers. Then what are the documents you have to have for uploading? That is given in FAQ for the applicants. And both in English and Hindi they have given. Then institute level it is for us. You people have to go through FAQ for applicants whichever language you are comfortable, English or Hindi. Then this is for the institution and this is for the office level. Hmm. So you can see here, get your self-registered NSP first. Next, online application verification will be done. Last, they will send you the scholarship amount directly to the student's account. It will not come to the institute account. It comes to the student's account. So the bank details, what you are going to give, it should be correct. So you have to be very careful when you are going to fill the details in the portal. Next, in the central schemes, you have Ministry of Minority Affairs. Then you have Department of Empowerment of Persons with Disabilities. Then third one, Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment. Ministry of Labor and Employment. Ministry of Tribal Affairs. Department of School Education and Literacy. Department of Higher Education. Then WARB, Ministry of Home Affairs. RFP/RFPSP, Ministry of Railway. North Eastern Council. So these are the various schemes that is available in the central scheme. In UGC and AICTE scheme, you have UGC MHRD schemes and AICTE schemes. Next, in the state schemes, these are the various states which are going to provide scholarship to the students wherever they are studying in India. That is Assam, Arunachal Pradesh, Andaman and Nicobar, Chandigarh, UT of the Dhara Nagar, Haveli and Daman and Diu. Goa, Himachal Pradesh, Jammu Kashmir, UT of Ladakh, UT of Lakshadweep, Manipur, Meghalaya, Puducherry, Tripura and Uttarakhand. So these are the states which are going to provide scholarship to the students. So we'll see each one of them. First I'll go to UGC and AICT schemes. So here, click on that. When you click on that, you'll see Ishan Uday, special scholarship for scholarship scheme for Northeastern region. So any of the students, if you are from Northeastern region, you can apply for the scheme. You can see when the scheme is going to open and until when it will be open, they'll be giving here. Open till 15/1/2021. So till January 15th it is there. Then guidelines. So if you click on the guidelines and frequently asked questions in guidelines, he will give you the complete details of the procedure, the eligibility criteria, and what are the documents you have to upload. Everything will be given. And in frequently asked question, almost any doubt which you are going to get will be addressed in this frequently asked question. Next is PG. This is for PG students. It doesn't apply for your scheme. So you should see which one applies is applicable for you, and then you have to apply. So this is also for PG means postgraduate studies. If you're doing your MTech at that time, you can apply for these schemes. Next is All India AICTE scheme. So in the AICTE scheme, if any, I hope even girl students are participating. So here you can apply for Pragati scholarship scheme for girl students and technical degree. So here in this Pragati scheme, you have to upload the CET, whichever approval you have got. You have to upload that. One of the thing and your photo ID and your bank details and a letter from the institution, all these things has to be uploaded. And in this first year, you have to apply and the scholarship amount is 50,000. So if you get selected, the first level is you are going to enter the details And in the next level, after you enter the details, you have to submit it to the scholarship section, which is in a TV tower near Vidhan Saudha. TV tower is there where you have to go and submit the application there, and then they will sign and they'll give you the acknowledgement. So along with that, whatever documents you have uploaded, you have to come and give it in the college. So in the college, as I told you, Sunita is the in charge office staff for this scholarship. You have to meet her and submit the documents to her. Then from the institute, we are going to verify all your documents and we have to give the approval. So after we give the approval, then the next state is the district nodal officer is going to give the approval, and the next process will take place. And once you get selected, you will come to know, because the details will you will be receiving regularly. You have to go to the portal and check. So once the amount is released, it comes to your account. So you have to draw it directly. It will not come to the institution. It will come to the student directly. And this Pragati scheme is available for girl students or even diploma students, lateral entry. So in the second year, whoever gets admitted, they will be eligible. So this 50,000, what you are going to get in the first year, the same amount you are going to receive until you complete your engineering course. So when you're filling, you should be very careful. You have to see that all the details are filled properly, and then you have to see that it has been done. See, I'll show you this guidelines. When you click on that, see guidelines for AICTE Pragati scholarship scheme for girl students. You can see here complete details will give what is the eligibility criteria. So the girl candidate should be admitted to first year degree level course or second year degree level course through lateral entry in any of the AICTE approved institution. Maximum 2 girl child per family are eligible. Family income from all sources should not be more than 8 lakhs per annum during the current financial year. So you have to see that your parents' income should not cross more than 8 lakhs. And for that, you should have a valid income certificate taken from state or union territory. Government need to be enclosed. Then number of scholarships. How many scholarships that will be given? A total of 5,000 scholarships are earmarked per year under this scheme for pursuing first year of degree level course. So the number of scholarships are transferred to AICTE Pragati scholarship scheme for girl students or diploma if sufficient number of online applications are not received. As if sufficient applications are received, they will not give that one. So in addition, 5,000 scholarship at point number 2, that is state or union territory wise distribution of 5,000 scholarships will be given. And you can see the amount of scholarship here. It says rupees 50,000 per annum for every year of study. That is maximum 4 years for first year admitted students and maximum 3 years for diploma students they are going to provide. So what you can, for what all they are going to pay. So this amount is mainly paid for the college fee, purchase of computers, stationaries, books, equipments, softwares, etc. And no other additional grant will be applicable in lieu of hostel charges and medical charges. So they're not going to give anything extra. They'll give you 50,000. And no documentary proof need to be attached for the above while availing benefits. That is for all these things you need not give any proof. And the mode of payment is after selection, the awardee will be paid scholarship through DBT mode on annual basis. So how you have to apply? So you have to go to the portal. You should apply online, and then the institute is going to go through your documents. We are going to verify. Then Department of Technical Education DTE of respective state will verify these applications at second level of scrutiny, and then they will do further processing. So next scheme is Saksham's scholarship scheme for specially abled students. Like if any student is physically disabled, so even those students can apply. You can see the opening. It is going to start from 31/12/2020, and the last it will be open till 15/1/2021. So those students, if anybody is physically disabled, you can apply for this. Procedure is same for Pragati and Saksham, whatever you are going to apply. But only thing is here only girl students can apply for Pragati scheme. In Saksham, it can be a girl student or a boy student. Anybody can apply, but the condition is they should be specially abled students. Next is central government schemes. So Ministry of Minority Affairs. So there pre-metric it doesn't apply for you, post-metric it doesn't apply. So you have to see which one is applicable for you, and for that you have to apply. You can see here merit cum means scholarship for professional and technical courses. So this is applicable to all of you. So if you're coming under minority, also you can apply under this scheme. So even here the open date, it is starting from 31st December and the last date is 15th January 2021. So you can apply under the scheme. So here also he gives you the guidelines. So you can just download this guidelines and accordingly you have to do. As I told you, procedure is same. See the eligibility criteria he gives here. Scholarship will be awarded to students who have scored not less than 50% marks. So you should have minimum 50% marks or equivalent grade in the previous final examination and the annual income of whose parents are guardian from all sources does not exceed rupees 2.50 lakh. So this is the main criteria. So first you have to look to this condition. Then who all are eligible to take this? Muslims, Sikhs, Christians, Buddhists, Jain, and Parsis have been notified as minority communities under Section 2C of the National Commission for Minority Act 1992. And a total of 60,000 scholarships are targeted to be dispersed as fresh scholarship. So here they will for 60,000 students they will be giving the scholarship and every year you have to renew it. The distribution of the scholarship among the state or union territories will be made on the basis of population and they have earmarked 30% scholarship for girl students. Even in this, they have kept 30% scholarship for girl student of each minority community in the state union territory, which is transferable to male students of that community in case of non-availability of female students. So if there are less number of girl students who have applied, so the remaining vacant will be given to male students. So this is the advantage of this scheme, merit cum scholarship scheme. Next, you have Department of Empowerment uh, of persons with disabilities. So here also for disability students also can apply under this scheme. That is for top class education in students with disabilities. So here the third one, again you have to look to the third one. Pre-metric and post-metric is not applicable. Next, Ministry of Social Justice, this is not applicable for engineering students. This one, Central Sector Scheme of Scholarships for College and University Students. So you can look to this one. The other things are not applicable for you. Next is state schemes. If any students in this group, if you belong to any of this state, Assam, Arunachal Pradesh, and all, you have to click on the particular state you belong to. So there they will be giving you a list of scholarships, what the state government is going to provide. Say for example, this Assam, which I have opened, you can see here, pre-metric, post-metric scholarship for OBC students and post-metric scholarship to ST students. So you can go to these things. see your eligibility criteria, and then you have to get the income certificate from your state, and that one you have to apply. And here is another one, Arunachal Pradesh, umbrella scheme for education of ST students. So you can, any ST students are there, you can apply under this scheme. And umbrella scheme for education at ST student pre-matric scholarship and ST, and stipend to students, tribe students of Arunachal Pradesh. Even in that particular tribe students also, they are going to provide the scholarship. So whichever state you belong to, please click on that, see whichever is applicable, and you can apply. And even Jammu and Kashmir students also, you can apply for the scholarship. So this is about the scholarship, and now principal sir will be addressing you. So please listen to that. And if by chance it get cut, you have to rejoin again.
So good afternoon, everyone. So I hope all of you are undergone this induction program, so which we are going to conduct for every year for first year students. I think this time we have done in our virtual online. Earlier we used to conduct offline. Here only the physical presence. We used to have some activities for the students, sports activities, cultural activities, and we used to go for some old temple history of the temple. We are going to ask you to visit the temples, and also we have done some of the programs like NSS programs. We used to take them to some village. There they have to do some physical activities, physical work they have to do. But this year anyway, we have done virtual induction program. So, so what I wanted to say here now, because I've been, so this is a concluding remarks for this induction program. So just I'll say a few words about this, and later on I will tell you what are the activities you have to do inside the campus and how we are going to study. And briefly, I'm going to explain to you people. At the very outset, so I am referring one of the quote, famous quote. Education is not preparation for life. Education is a life itself here now. So that means, you know that people are thinking that here now, only education we can do something this and that like that. No, it's not like that here now. Education is life itself here now. So that means that you have to educate yourself to uplift of your life here now. So for that reason, we have to go for education here now. And one other popular sentence we used to many times already people have heard that maybe. So I hear, I forgot, I see and I remember, I do, I understand here. That means that suppose if you hear a lecture, sometimes you may forget it here afterwards here sometimes. And if I see that, or if you see anything here now, only you remember, you're going to remember that thing. And if you do practically here now, definitely can understand each and everything in that whatever thing you are going to do here now. That is a famous saying sentence. So it's very pertinent for higher education in engineering. That particularly engineering is very much required here now. You have to do, then only you're going to understand here now. Practical knowledge you're going to learn such things. So and also know that is it is education of our students. You have to learn. And one thing I wanted to say here now, uh, our faculties, I'll tell you, I can say this with full confidence that the college would provide every student a much expected opportunity of boundless growth through an integrated structures of curricular, extracurricular activities here now. And one more point I want to tell you here now. So I request all of you to utilize the facility what we're having in our college here now. Okay, so like no library we are having here, we have a separate building for library, and in that we'll have a reference section also is there here now. So nowadays, no, most of the students are using cell phones and other media, online media. They're going to get some information here now. So maybe, but no, by looking at always at internet and other things here now, you can extract that whatever information or whatever the reference book you can extract. But physically, you have to go and search it in the library here now. You may get some hard copy, hard-bounded copy. You can refer the textbook here instead of looking at that screen. Look at the books here now. So I may not get affected here now. Your eyes are not get affected. That is one thing I want to tell you. Utilize the library facility here now. So in a semester, they're going to give you some textbooks here now. 15 days, you can keep it with people only, those books. And afterwards, you can return that here now. Okay. And other one is sports facility here now. We have indoor and outdoor sports ground. We have indoor, no, our will exclusively for we have a teachers, PE teachers. He is going to guide you people even up to 6. He is going to stay in the campus only. So whatever sports you are interested here, now you can go to that sports complex and utilize that facility what we're having here now. So we have a basketball court is there, indoor sports there. You can have a chess, shuttlecock, badminton here, and carom, all chess. So whatever the all almost all sports activities we're having indoor sports activities. Outdoor also, we have a good kabaddi team here now. Our team, our college team won the prize, first prize here now in VTU tournament. So two of our students are selected in that VTU team. They participated all India level intercity competitions. They went to different places here. That means that my request is that whoever are good in sports, so be participate here and you get trained from our teacher. So definitely you can excel your good things in that sports activities. And also, if it comes to the academic as well as the technical or cultural, every year we are going to conduct some cultural events. In our college campus, we have a college day, Vipin. So I request you to participate in cultural activities, not only in college here now. We used to send to VTU tournament, VTU cultural sports also here now, cultural, what do you call that, festival. So that will be arranged in some colleges in, some states, here only, in our state only, in some college. So there we used to send them students to excel their the inner talent, whatever they have, the cultural talent, they can showcase their talent in that program. And many of them they got prizes also last year and before last year also. So we used to send the students to that different places here. And other thing is that technical events also we used to conduct here. We used to conduct some quizzes and online programming for say circuit branches here. And also we'll have every year we'll have a project exhibition. Who are the students who are in the semester 7th semester, whatever they've done the research work, that the project work, they're going to exhibit in that the departments. And there we used to take them all the students as well as faculties and we judge them. We will give some prizes for that year now. It's a good project. And again, we are sending them to some international competitions here now. Last year, like no, some of our students they went to Hyderabad. They won the prizes here. Second prize they won that year. Then from mechanical branch. So like that. So and request you to participate some technical events, seminars, workshop, conferences here now. And also from the first semester itself here now, we can able to write down some projects, internship projects we can write down, and we can also write some projects to DST or KST, the Karnataka State Council of Scientific Research also, they used to call every year. I think this year, January 8th is the last date for that, applying for that year now. If you have any talented or innovative ideas here now, we can discuss with our teachers. They will help you to write projects, programs here now. So it will help for you. Okay. And and lastly, I wanted to tell you is that request you to maintain discipline inside the campus here now. Whenever we are going to come for offline classes, discipline is most important in our life. Not only in academic, also in life, also it is very much required here now. And one more thing is that you should all of you should have a self-discipline That is very much required. That is. And here inside the campus, if whenever you come for the offline classes here now, make some good friends. Okay. So good friends, they should always think that regarding education, that is, regarding the classes or some topics here now. So like that, we should have some good friends, and as already our teachers that they have told you that we are going to make a mentors for each 15 students. They are going to updating your academic activities to your parents. So therefore, so be alert and do your work properly, and whatever assignments they were given, you have to submit on time. We are going to conduct the 3 tests here now as per the academic VTU calendar here now. So based on test, we are going to get marks here now and assignment also.